So I started researching, and I found Dr. Hibner and Dr. Desai in Phoenix. And I was reading about how they were groundbreaking and this excision surgery that was being shown to be the most effective way to treat endo at that time, and still currently they are improving, and it's getting to be very well known as a good, it's your best chance of lasting relief, and a skilled surgeon to do it also. So I had to go on a waiting list for 4 months. For 4 months, I was in the ER constantly because nothing would relieve the pain in my spine. And I did have pelvic pain and I had side pain, but nothing like the pain in my spine. So I did the whole round. I got sent to the gastro, I got sent to the cardio, I went to a therapist. I did everything they asked of me while I waited for my appointment. And sitting down with the doctor and having her listen was, it was amazing. She wanted to know everything, and she assured me it was not in my head, that there was something causing me pain, and that she was going to do whatever she had to do to find it. And she wasn't going to desert me. And they scheduled my surgery for a few months out because she had to schedule it with her partner, so that they were both there, because they didn't know what they were going to find. But she was pretty certain that I had endo in the diaphragm area. And they routinely checked the entire chest cavity, so that she wasn't concerned about that. She was definitely going to check. The only thing that they don't check is they do not lift the liver because it bleeds so easily. And they use a combination of ablation and excision depending on the organ it's on, how big it is, and so on. They also treat pudential nerve entrapment, which I had, which was causing a lot of the pain. But what they were shocked to find was that the ovaries that had been left had become like birdshot that just shattered throughout my whole body cavity. So throughout the 5 surgeries, I technically had 5 oophorectomies because they found ovary tissue. So, and every time I would say there was pain, there would be a growth, and it was a cyst from a piece of ovary. The last one was in my kidney. It was midway up the kidney along the ureter. And it was causing kidney failure, but I was lucky enough to have surgeons that knew what they were doing, knew what they were looking for, and they were able to remove it. And the pathology of it being an ovary is just ridiculous, really. So it took 5 surgeries for them to correct what went wrong. I am much better than I was before I saw them. They changed my life. It's been a long, hard battle. And I'm not sure I like the word battle, but I use it, and it's almost like I'm battling with myself on where I want to be and where I think I should be and what I'm actually capable of. So I think we need to stop battling ourselves and expecting so much from ourselves, because we can only do what we're given. And I know you ladies try so hard, and I know that everyone just wants to feel better, feel normal. We just remember we're not alone. 1 in 10 of us have this disease at minimum. That's just the statistics that they have. I am thankful that I have this disease and live in a first world country. and that I was lucky enough to finally find doctors that wanted to help me and not use me as a cash cow to make their money. And I highly suggest that if there is any way at all, you can go to an endo specialist. We have a list in our documents section. I highly suggest that you go to them for the best chance of relief. Currently, I have melanoma. I have 2 spots, one on my back and one under my arm. And I put off that part of my health for a very long time. And one of my dear endo sisters lost her father, and and it made me realize I needed to keep up on the rest of my health as well. And they did the biopsies, and they called me on New Year's Eve, because that's my luck, and let me know that it was indeed melanoma, and they needed me to come back in. So I also have growth in my lung. There has been several theories, but no one has really gotten an answer. I have 3 tumors in my throat, 2 by the thyroid and 1 on the opposite side. My pulmonologist is pretty convinced it's endometriosis in my lung, which is pretty rare, or at least pretty rarely found, I think. And so I am getting a biopsy for that in a few weeks, and most likely it's melanoma or endometriosis, and honestly I can't tell you which one I'm more scared of. He basically is doing the biopsy to get the insurance to pay for the lung removal, which is a scary thought, but right now I don't have much quality of life. I do push forward. I do try to pretend I'm not sick, as I'm sure most of you do as well. But when you start passing out in courthouses and the gas station and fall down your stairs because you just randomly passed out, it starts to become a concern to the people around you. So and it's not just endo that you have to fight for, ladies. I mean, I went through 4 pulmonologists that told me I needed to lose weight because I was coughing up blood, I couldn't breathe, and I was having swelling in the thoracic area. I am overweight, but this does not cause you to cough up blood, to have the swelling, or to have pneumonia 23 times in just over 2 years. So I finally found a good pulmonologist, and he's actually trying to help me. So my goal over the next few months is to figure out what's going on with the lungs, to take care of the melanoma, and get back into school. I am currently in medical school to do research because I find it so important, and I regret so much that I didn't do it before I went through all this craziness. And we all owe it to ourselves to do research. And we do give advice, we give links, we give facts, but the only fact we really know is that there's no cure, and we don't know the source, we don't know how to prevent it, we don't know. So we need to stick together. We need to not fight with each other over our own theories. We need to bring those theories together and see what map we can make, what world we can bring together to help us all, to help our daughters, to help anyone who's suffering from this disease that doesn't deserve it and has no control over it. And so I just ask that we all get along and understand where people are coming from when they're giving you advice, but you still have to do your own research, and that's the best thing I can tell you to do